Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in another exciting edition of the Second Row Podcast. Man, we're live today. Good day to be alive. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, first off, let's roll the credits, as I like to call it, and pop them where we're supposed to, right? Because without Bobby Horn and Denise Jones, none of this is possible, man. The Second Row Podcast is solely designed to surround the OIWA organization, even though we go to a lot of other different companies and go in and help showcase your talent as well. And by the way, you can send us a message if you'd like to see us show up at your show and help promote your show and your talent a little bit further with what we do as far as the Second Row Podcast. Today, we'd like to let you know that if you want to be a professional wrestler, I encourage you. I'm sure Tim encouraged you. He likes to get chopped every now and then. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we would, give you a good encouragement as to, go seek out a creditable school. The OIWA has a school with bumps and bruises, both 469 in Carrollton, Texas, and the 501 in Sherwood, Arkansas. 469 under Bobby Horn, 501 under Jason Maldonado. Ladies and gentlemen, going to be a professional wrestler. Look them up online. You can look them up on Facebook. Bumps and bruises, man. We got you. Send a message, man. Let's get you praying. Let's get you going, right? And then also, we want to give us a big shout out. CKW. This is lit. October 12th. Man, you're seeing the commercials on TV. You're seeing all the social media flood with this show that's going to hit in Cabot, Arkansas in October. And I am here to tell you, because I have been around a minute, and I could care less whether you like my opinion or not. I'm fixing to give it to you. It's just how we spill it as we feel it here at the Second Row Podcast. This is by far the largest independent show to hit Central Arkansas ever. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to spend money to go see a WWE event, an AEW event.
Absolutely.
I encourage you, go check in this show because you're going to be truly entertained. There are WWE stars, AEW stars, a lot of different stars on this card. And the OIWA is delivering as we speak. To my boys and girls at SOAR Championship Wrestling, man, y'all keep doing what you're doing. CKW, you keep doing what you're doing. Southern Extreme Wrestling, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, we had the Omni King on last night. Man, we sat there and had a great conversation with that man. And up here, my boy Trey Mack, man. Bro, keep killing it. You're going to be doing that tonight at 9 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, Trey Mack over at All Shoes TV. You can also catch the Omni King there tonight at 9 o'clock. Man, they're going to be doing some great things, great discussions over there, man, and we look forward to that. If you look down here in the bottom far left corner, there's a little print right there. Man, standing there, he's got his hands up like this, got a cape on, got a crown on. We call that Sir Crazy Mo. Ladies and gentlemen, get it Bobby Horn on Messenger. Shoot him a message. Ask him how you get that print on a T-shirt. Man, he's got your hook up. Just give him a holler. He can do this. Ultimately, if you can't get to the Carrollton, Texas location, and you live in Texas, and you're looking for a creditable school, also, Rodney Mack and Jazz over to Dog Pound Dojo, man. They've got your hookup. Get at them also online and on Facebook. You can get at that all the time. My boy, Daniel Stubblefield up in Fayetteville. Boston Mountain Brewery and Supply. Did you hear that? I said and supply. And supply. So they've got your bulk orders. They've got your single orders. They got whatever order you want to get as far as getting your drink on, man. Give my boy up there, Daniel Stubblefield at Boston Mountain Brewer and Supply a yell and see what he's got for you up there. Another thing we like to throw one more out there is the Shire Gastropub in Rogers, Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Rogers, Arkansas, go take in this place. I encourage you. You're going to be enjoying that right there. They've got the best bar, best food, biggest venue downtown Rogers, Arkansas that there is. The Shire Gastropub. That is where it's at in Rogers, Arkansas. ultimately, all of this is surrounded and powered by Indie Icon Pro Wrestling. And when we say Indie Icon, we mean that wholeheartedly. And that's what we try to bring as far as information givers, to pass some of the knowledge that some of the guys may not be able to afford to go to a credible school, or whatever the case may be, that they're not getting, or whatever format, as you have there over across the internet for you to hear, maybe take in and learn something from them. And today, visiting us is a big man, and he is also an indie icon, what we call an indie icon. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome in with us today, Gabe XL. Gabe, what's up? Jesse Johnson, welcome in, bud.
What's happening, fellas? Appreciate y'all bringing me in. Took a break from my workout just for y'all. How about that?
Yeah, man, right before we went on the air, Gabe was like, yeah, I got a few more minutes, man. I'm going to go cut me another couple of sets. I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. This is that forever time. You forever never get done. This man's constantly on the grind, even right before he comes and sits down and does a podcast with us. But
See,
yeah,
here's the
man,
thing
that
though.
that is
Dante Smiley will hit me up. He watch my workout. So he'll be like, "Yo, did you do your workout today?" And so
yeah,
so I ain't trying to
yeah.
disappoint the Apex.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And we talk about indie icons a lot, man. Especially on this podcast. And Dante Smiley has to be, I'd say, the top of the list.
I'd say he's top.
I
of the
mean,
list
he's
at
at the top of the food chain anyway. But
Mhm.
I mean, can we classify him? He's already a goat.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
could.
he's already a wrestling father.
Yeah.
How do we classify this young man as far as
It's
Dante Smiley? And I classify that man as an indie icon. So you're
it's
sitting
hard to
with
put
big
him in a
shoes,
box,
bro.
man. It's hard to put him in a box, man.
Yes, I mean
Dante
you're
is a
sitting with
person
big
who,
shoes, bro.
yeah, I look up to Dante incredibly, man.
Yeah,
And he's a man. He does everything, man. He does everything 100%. But he also is not afraid. If you want the knowledge, he'll help you get that knowledge. He'll share it with you
man,
if
he
you're
is
willing
definitely
to
one of
get
the
it.
hardest guys that works the hardest way to make it happen for you, and puts himself to the side a little bit. And
Oh yeah,
I my thing is I've seen that with his mentor. That's the point right there, right?
yep.
And kudos again, Bobby Horn, man. You doing such a
Oh yeah.
damn good job, man. We can't do none of this without you, bro. That's just how it is. But Gabe, I have some questions for you today. I'm sure the
Let's go.
fans have some questions for you. Hopefully, we'll get a bunch more popping on here. Jess, if you got any questions for him, brother, pop them out. So, give us the scenario or the roller coaster, if you will, however you want to place it for me. Okay, but give us the scenario of GabeXL going, you know what? I think I can do this. Where were you at that point in time when that one happened? When that just went down for you like that?
Man, we only got an hour. So
Yeah, yeah,
like most people who get into the business, it's been something. It's a lifelong dream. I would watch it all the time as a kid. Man, I mean, I grew up in Texas. My pops would always take me through. He would always tell me about the Sportatorium in Dallas. He would always tell me my dad would always love Von Erichs, man, the Freebirds. And so something that I always loved. And the funny way about how I got into this is for my shoot job. For those who know, Edwin, aka Mawabi, was a former student of mine, and we bonded over wrestling. And he would come in my office, we talk wrestling, we watch it together, we go to some shows. And one day, after he had graduated from the 2 year school that I'm at, he comes in my office and he says, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this, and I found a school." And I'm like, "All right, cool. If you finish and graduate and get your 4 year degree, I will come try out because I've been wanting to do this too." And I didn't think nothing of it after that. He leaves my office. He says, "Okay, great." Leaves my office. Maybe about a year or so later, he comes in my office. He's graduated. He hands me a sore ticket and says, "This ticket's on me." And he says, "But show up at noon. I said, show up at noon. He said, yeah, you finna try out. I said, I said, well, all right, here I go. And so I show up, and I show up at noon. They're setting up the ring. I go in there, and this is the first time that I meet Sermo Bobby. Go in, shake my hand, and say, hey, Gabe, I'm doing this trial thing. Edwin told me to show up. And it's so funny. He shakes my hand and he says, okay, good to meet you. Now go grab something and help set up the ring. I'm like, all right. And so, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing boards and I'm just helping set up. And so we get everything set up. And for those who don't know, I think Brad Sanders was doing a seminar at the time. And so I get in there and I take a bump. And I'm an athlete. I play, college football and all stuff. So it's natural to me to do rolls and all that stuff. But I take a bump and it feels great. I'm like, this is amazing. And and so I got through the workout. Of course, I'm tired. I'm blown up. It's a whole nother type of a workout, but it was great. And so afterwards, I talked with Sermo, I talked with Bobby, and he's like, what do you want to get out of this? And we talked. And after that, for about 4 or 5 months, I just let it go. I did the training and everything. And then me and Bobby have a mutual friend. I know Keith Lee, AEW superstar. Keith Lee went to high school together, played football together. And so we're both friends with him on Facebook. And so this is around the time when COVID started to hit. So everybody's kind of sitting around the house and everything. And Keith Lee had just won the NXT title. And so I go on his Facebook and I just say, hey, congratulations. Bobby sees that same message and he messages me on the side and says, why are you congratulating him? You could be doing this too. And I
Right.
said, yeah, you're right. And so he immediately says, show up tomorrow, gave me the address to Bumps and Bruises in Carrollton. And he says, I'm going to hit you with the contact you with the head trainer. His name is Dante Smiley. And within 2 minutes, I get a message from Dante Smiley saying, hey, I'm Dante Smiley. I'm the head coach. Looking forward to working with you. Didn't know what I was getting into at the time. Dante was being real nice. And so, but that's the antithesis. I show up at the time, everybody that's training at the time, your Evelyn Carters are there, the Anthony Prices are there. I know you're not a fan of him, but you know how you and Anthony is, but the Anthony's there, Justin James is there, Jace is there, the who's who of the OIWA is there training, and I'm the new guy. And Dante throws me in there. He's like, hey, you sink or you swim, we're gonna learn, you're gonna learn. And so that's the antithesis of how I got into this.
Man, that's cool the way you got in, especially with you and Bobby, having a mutual friend in Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Great guy, very talented, very talented. For a big man, you're not gonna find. Jafari said that all them traps are not gonna help your neck out, man. I don't know why he said that, but ooh,
Like, I
show
don't
them that
know,
one
brother.
more time,
You sure
man.
about that, brother?
Ooh.
That's why they call me the mayor of Trap City. It's not a gimmick. It's not a
That
gimmick.
boy's neck muscle big as my damn shoulders, man.
It's not a gimmick. That's why I'm the mayor of Trap City.
His back, I break his back. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once I hit him with that slam, man, it don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter after that,
He
huh?
can talk that mess. Once I get a hold of you, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So you're going through the bumps and bruises school, man, and so tell us about your first match, your first actual live match.
Yeah, so the funny thing, so my actual first time, so uh one, the training that you get at Bumps and Bruises is top tier. It is second to none. Um, when training with Dante, like you learn how to do it and do it right. Dante always preaches we're perfectionists at an imperfect sport. So things will happen, but you can control the effort that you give. And that's all he always asks is that you give your best effort. Um, and so I didn't even set foot in the ring or a show for a year. So I'm just straight training. And so my first ever taste of a show is Dante and Nate, the Great, are going through one of their things, and I'm under a mask, and I get beat up by Dante. So that was the first taste that I had at a show. My first match was actually I was put into a tag team and with the Rockstar. And so we ran a gimmick as the bodyguard and the Rockstar in my first match. I win the sword tag team titles. So first match is me going in, cleaning house, and I win tag titles in my first match.
Man, that's awesome. You get
Yeah.
your first match in as a tag team and win a tag title. That's cool. Now, pull Jafari's little comment back up there. He said something about no, it's not. Yep. No, that was Justin James.
Yeah.
Speaking, you were
You
talking about a
know,
while ago. He's in the room with us right now. He says, no, it's not. And then he said, never been a rap in the ring with me. I'll manhandle you. I own Trap
so
City.
here's the thing. Me and Justin James have shared a lot of blood together. So for those who don't know, me and Justin James, man, we played on the gridiron together. So me and Justin James, we used to play on the same team together. So we shared a lot of good times together. But in the ring, me and Justin have come to blows a few times, and he's gotten better on me a few times, but I've also gotten better at him. So don't let him fool you.
Okay. I had Justin. I had him on here a while back, man, and we were talking about big men. You, one being in that same class of big men, in the ring, brother, and our super heavyweight, if you will, just a big burly man that can go in there and just pretty much do whatever the hell he wants to do in a ring with pretty much anybody that he wants to do it with. And I think that is hard. That is hard to come by with today's talent. Okay, especially where the big man status is, because a lot of them just can't do that. And then you have certain big men that just come in, and you're like, he doesn't have to do that.
Mhm.
Look at how good he actually is without doing all that.
Yeah. So that's some of
So
the
that
things that I've had to learn. And like I say, even with Justin James, yeah, we're both super heavyweights, but we're both athletic men. So I'll get in the ring and scrap with Justin anytime. All you gotta do is say the word. Me and Justin, we can go to blows. But the big man, the art of the big man sometimes gets lost. Am I able to do the same things that everybody's able to do? Yeah, absolutely, man. I can do all that stuff. But I'm a big man, and so I like to go in and do big man things and dominate in the ring that way.
right. Jafari said word. I don't know why.
Word, what is that? Microsoft Word, my guy?
Yeah, that was kind of AOL on. You are online.
That age might be showing. That age might be showing.
Hey!
Rhino.
Watch the age thing, man. Watch the age
Hey.
thing. That boy ain't far behind me, man, and he's still as good as a sweet potato. Okay,
Now, I got
I'm just
respect for
gonna
Jafar,
leave it
man.
at that.
Have you seen it? Man? You seen it, man? Got some abs
Hey,
coming in and
hey,
stuff like.
Jafar is on point with me, man. That's all I can say. I love his character. I love his, I love his
First
work.
dude I met when I came to Bumps and Bruises, he was sitting in the couch, and the first dude I met when I came in. So yeah.
Man, his work ethic, dude, is just it's different from a lot of guys. I'm not sure if it's from the way he was trained or who he was trained by. Just and I love watching that. As far as all of the bumps and bruises guys or anybody that comes in and out of the OIWA is what their work ethic looks like, and I can tell that whenever I'm in the ring with them. I mean, of course, I can sit backstage and watch the monitor as well and see what type of work ethic they have inside the ring. You can tell who's lazy and who's not. You
Oh
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And
It
that
goes back
makes
to
a
who you was
big
trained by.
deal. Yeah, right,
Definitely goes
right.
back to who you was
And
trained
that's a
by.
big thing. That's a big thing for me, man, because if you got a good work ethic, you're gonna do something if you haven't already done it. Especially from where I stand, because I'm the first guy to see y'all screw up. I'm the first guy to see how you covered up,
Yep.
right? I
That's
mean,
tough.
it's kind of like the podcast right here. It's a one take, one and done, baby.
Yeah.
One take, one and done.
So one
There's
of the
no,
things that's the
Shit, I screwed that up. Let me try this again. All right, so we're
Nah, we live, brother. We live, brother.
you know,
Yeah, one of the things that's important about that is like, I never want somebody to be like, "Who trained you?" You know what I mean? Like that, like who trained you? You know what I mean? That's not how we do it, And
ooh.
I want people to be like, "Who trained you?" Like that, and
Do,
I'll be
do,
like,
you-
"Man,
do
Dante
you see
Smiley
what
trained me."
Dante Smiley says? He said, GabeXL, you got next to sore. I feel it coming for him.
And you know what? That's high praise coming from Dante Smiley, man. Like I said, Dante has a wealth of knowledge, and I appreciate Dante for not only training me, but he's a pusher. Like you see his at work ethic, and it's like, man, I want to get that. I want to be where he's at. Like that man has no quit. Like that man, and he just drops wisdom sometimes. Like I don't know if y'all ever just been around Dante, but man, Dante will just drop. He's like the Pied Piper, man. When he starts talking, you look up, and he's got a crowd of people around him, and he's just dropping knowledge. But it's not just about wrestling. He'll give you that wrestling knowledge, but Dante will give you that life knowledge. It's like he's been through everything in life at his age.
My thing is, and I probably can count on my hand how many actually watched Dante do like a clean jerk man off the ground, brother, with almost 600 pounds on a freaking weight. Man, I mean, his face, dude, the determination of going, I got this. I don't give a damn how heavy it is. I got this because God's got me. And that boy right there is a living proof of that. He is living
Man,
proof of that, man.
look at here. Dante has picked me up in training before and thrown me around like I was a little kid. Like
Bro, I'm telling you, he could probably pick up a lot of guys and do them like that. I mean,
and
he
does it
is,
with ease, and it'll be laughing at you like,
yeah. And the thing about it, Dante's right there in that range that his leverage and momentum is perfect. Right, as far as size, height, his leverage, his momentum is just perfect feel for him.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, he's
And,
that freaking athletic, dude. I want to
and
see
he's
you do
he's
some of
where
that
he's where I'm
sometime.
trying to get to. Dante, of course, is our OIWA heavyweight champion, and that's where I'm
He
trying
is.
to get to. And I want to have that match with Dante Smiley.
So
If
so
you're not
are
if
we
you're not
gonna
trying
see
to
that
have that,
match?
if you're not trying to have that type of a match, then what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Right. But
Uh,
that's my question. Are we gonna see that?
oh yeah, it's gonna happen because my work ethic and my determination, my drive, and me showing and putting in the work is gonna put me there. And I ain't gonna have I won't be denied.
That's what's up right there. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard that man say he's not gonna be denied. Dante Smiley, I hope you're listening, kiddo. This man's talking to you, brother. And those sound a little bit like those words that get that fire put out beside them when you cut a promo, especially singing to somebody, man. I love that, dude. That was a badass promo. That was good. Yeah, I was talking about Dante, man, not you, bro. My bad. I'm just playing. I said we do this all the time, brothers. There's nothing
Yeah,
against it, man. We have a good time here.
but yeah, that's
Ladies
the
and
truth
gentlemen,
though.
if
That's
you're
where you're trying to get to, though, man. You're trying to
all
be
right,
at
but
the top
this
of the business.
all these people that are sitting over here in this comment section right now are pretty much, if they're not somebody different, it's an OIWA staffing that's sitting over in our comment box right now. If you are ever in a locker room with any of these guys, including Gabe here, man, I encourage you to sit down and pick their brain. I encourage you to sit down and pick the knowledge. I encourage you to sit down and pull your brain out and be a sponge and listen to these men spill it like they feel it and fill your head full of knowledge because, yeah, that's their job, but they don't have to. And they never ask if you want it, they give it to you,
Yeah,
regardless of whether you want it or not. You don't want to listen, that's your own fault.
yeah.
Where you go from there, that's your own fault. Ladies and gentlemen,
It,
if you're ever in a locker room with any one of these guys that popped up over in the comment section, including Gabe, man, I encourage you to pick that brain. Now,
it's been a many a
Gabe,
times I've talked with Dante, and he's like, and I would talk to him, and he'd be like, "Why don't you think about it like this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, that do make sense, right?"
is Dante been like your biggest mentor so far, or has it been Bobby, Who's it been?
So it's been a good combination of both. And so Dante has been like I can message Dante about something small and he'll always get back to me. He'll always say, think about this, think about this, look at it like this. One of the things that I love about Dante is anytime he goes anywhere and he travels anywhere, he always asks, hey, can I bring a couple guys with me, some of my guys? And I'm always to be like, yo, hey, let me roll, let me roll. Um, and I get that opportunity now. The work is on me to do my part, but Dante's always been there to open the door for us. And so Dante, and then with Bobby, uh, Bobby's somebody who I look up to just because of his grind and his ethic and his determination with this. It's infectious. And it's like you just want to do good and you want to make it work and you want to do everything you can because you see how much he's put into this. And so I'll do anything to help OIWA and Bobby if he knows
Hey, that's good stuff. You said being in the ring with somebody good, and that's a big deal in the world of professional wrestling because here's the deal: you can get in the ring with a stench. Guess what? You're going to smell like.
that.
You're going to smell like that stench.
Yep.
Okay. You get in the ring with somebody that's good and knows what the hell they're doing. You know what you're going to smell like? You're going to smell like you're good. You know what you're doing. There's a
That's
big
why
difference.
I love being around this. And I'll share a story. Bobby, I needed some knee pads to complete my gear, and I saw he had some. He was selling some, and I hit him up. I was like, "Yo, hey, how much you want for them knee pads, man? I really want those." He's like, "I'll just give them to you." And
Oh
I'm like, "Man,
wow,
that's a huge honor." And so the knee pads that I wear out to the ring were gifted to me by Sir Mo Bobby Horn. So I wear them with pride and I wear them with respect.
man, that is freaking awesome, and that just goes back to the character of Bobby Horn. As far as wanting to see people do just as good, if not
Yep,
better. And that's a big statement in itself for that man. But it's a true statement, and that's
absolutely.
just how. Yeah, that's how. And all of this, and brother, I'll tell you also, uh, you're in good hands, and I'll tell you why you're in good hands. And it may not reflect over here in the United States because there's been so many shit shows that have hurt all the good shows. Okay, but over in places like UK, London, places like that, Australia, things like that are over there are still kind of classified as covered up, and the things over there are still taken seriously. Like I wish they were here back in the states, but they're not. And the reason why I can say you're in good hands, brothers, because the OIWA went across the pond.
Yes,
Not only did they sell out one show, they sold out two shows. With this gentleman in the comment section right now that just popped up being one of the leaders, taking the helm and taking those guys across the pond.
yeah.
And
It was a
it,
great show, man. I was checking out everything. We was keeping in touch with everybody the whole time,
dude,
and man, it was just a great sight to see, man. That's big for
pull
the
pull
OIWA.
Dante's comment back up
And
that first one.
I've wrestled in some shows since I've been a graduate, a bunch of bruises, you come to appreciate when you have Thor, CKW, SEW. You come to appreciate that when you work some shows and you like this ain't how the OIWA rolls, and there's no way we don't play like that. So I appreciate people like CC, J Money, Jessica, Miss Denise, and Bobby for keeping the OIWA together because they
Yeah,
run it. They run these shows and they run it right.
yeah, that's right. Welcome in, Liv. Good to see you. And Dante made a comment. He said that Bobby Horn could be on his deathbed, and they could ask Bobby Horn, man, what do you want for your last meal? Bobby's gonna look at him and say, "No, man, just ask my boy right here." Talking about Dante.
Yeah,
So I mean that just gives the character again back to Bobby, and as much, if not more, to Dante uh, for what he does for the OIWA as well, man. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from you, Gabe, and I told you from the start, from
Ah,
Jump Street, brother, that this was going to be about you.
yeah, this
But
is about everything. No, this all encompasses me and
right now, this
GabeXL,
has
to be
become
honest.
about family, and you
Right.
happen to be the guest speaker today of the family. But I'm just helping furlough us along. Uh, the the family consists of people who love family, and this when I say you're in good hands, dude, I mean you're in good hands.
Yeah.
Uh, you're
We
in
have a
really,
great
really
locker
good
room leader,
hands.
man. Dante is our locker room leader. And if you don't vibe well in our locker
Oh,
room,
dude,
I
you're
don't
not gonna
care who
be in
you
there.
are,
That's just
you're
all
not
that
gonna
is.
be there. And Dante will be
Yeah,
like, no, I don't care. He's not gonna mess up my locker room that I built. And he stands
yeah.
on that. And
He's
so
put
we
a
are a
lot of work
family.
into this locker room. So then Leah says traveling and going to other promotion shows definitely makes me appreciate our OIWA
And
family.
it
You know
does.
what, sweetheart?
It does.
You are definitely right. You are
And
definitely
I
right.
told Bobby
Yeah,
this. I have traveled since I've graduated. And I would hit Bobby up after the show and he would say, how was it? And I tell him, I'd be like, thank God for OIWA and SOAR, CKW, and SEW. Because, and I would, I'm not going, but I would go into a list and I'd be like, look, man, this is what, guys not, the little things that is taught to us, guys wrestling and then they just, as soon as they match is over, they're getting dressed and heading up out of there. Like, you're not even watching the other matches, you're not picking full brains. And that happens. And we don't play that, series.
man. You know how many locker rooms I walked into that it was you walked up and tried to shake somebody's hand and introduce yourself, man, and they just did that shit right there and went
Yep.
right back down to tying their boots or whatever, like they were some kind of superstar.
Yep.
And then
I
I
told
walked
Dante
in.
about it. Dante was like, get your money and get up out of there, man. I was like, all right, good.
Yeah, exactly. And then I walk into an OIWA locker room, and I was approached, and that was the biggest difference in any locker room I've ever been in as far as pro wrestling was the OIWA locker room, man. It was really, really heartwarming, heartfelt, and very welcoming. And brother, again, you're in great hands where you
Yeah.
are. I can promise you that. I mean, everybody's looking for something in this business. They are, and we're all like a bunch of squirrels trying to get a nut, right? Well, some of us can't actually get that nut, or we can't crack it open to eat, or whatever the case is, and people like Bobby and people like Dante is everybody pull up a damn chair, sit down and make you a plate.
Yeah.
We fixing to eat, you know.
We're very blessed to
And
be able to get that knowledge because
man,
we have people like
I
Bobby
can
who has been there.
I can
We have
never
people like
harp
Dante
enough.
can tell us, hey, this is what it's like at AEW. If you ever get up there, this is how you navigate, and this is how you go about doing things. If you ever get to WWE, this is how you go about doing things. So because they've been there and they don't mind sharing that knowledge with you, and that's what I appreciate in this OIW locker room. But not only that, we put on these great big old shows. I mean, look at This Is Lit, man. I mean, I'm lit, and I'm not even on the card, and I'm going just because, man, I want to be a part of this.
Right. Yeah, and Jafar comes on and he just what I just said, man. And dude, you're right about that as well, Jafar. I mean, nobody else. Evidently, we see what everybody else needs to see. Let me say that is the OIWA has one of the best locker rooms around. I can honestly say that. I go into it a lot, and when guys cannot introduce themselves or shake your hand or hell fist bump you for that fact, you're just like Dante said, get your money, get the hell out of there. Because there's no school for those guys. They
Yeah.
probably think they know what a school is and probably can't even spell
And it's crazy because it's a family, but a family we hold each other accountable to as well. So we great and all that, but when we not hold each other to the standards that we set, we gonna let each other know.
Right, and that is the thing with the OIWA. I mean, everybody is held accountable. Me, you, everybody's held accountable for anything. One night, me and Dante had a miscommunication. I don't remember what we were doing or what it was, but when we got back to the locker room. He was like, "Man, you fucked up," and I was like, "Man, I don't ever fuck up like that, but I guess I did, man." He said, "I ain't even mad about it, bro." Yeah, I was like, "I know, man, I love you, bro."
Hey, I didn't know we could cuss. We could cuss, Joey. What the man?
Hey, you say what I say, bro? This was feel it like you feel it.
Ah, well, shit, man. I'm over here trying to hold my tongue and stuff, trying to,
No, what you're doing, brother, right now is you're being professional because you're holding an image. But here at the podcast, we really don't mind much of what's going on, Nate. The Great.
Yo, shout out to
room.
Nate the Great Lawson, man. Shout out to Nate the Great
Man,
Lawson.
what up, brother?
Shout
Good
out to
to see
Nate the
you in here with
Great,
us,
man.
man.
Me
That
and
is
Nate,
awesome,
me
Nate.
and
Good
Nate
to
have
see
been
you
getting
in, man.
real close lately. So shout out to
Yeah,
Nate.
what's up, fam? That's right. That's right. But you know, this is probably, I'm gonna say, though, one of the best locker rooms I've ever been in. And like I said, what to go, man, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking over here in this comment section, it's sitting over here. Pretty much everybody on that comment section right now is some way OIWA affiliated. And everybody over here can tell you what me and Gabe are telling you right now, what you are seeing in the comments. We can tell you that this is a family, and family matters, and that's just how we see it as far as pro wrestling. Now, Gabe, so you've been a tag team champion, and I know Dante said, "Man, your time's coming." Uh, what's the next title you shooting for, son?
I want the OIWA. I've been a tag title. There's nothing left of me in the tag title scene. You know, it's finally time for me to show what GabeXL can do as a singles guy, and that's going straight to the top.
Right.
That's going straight to the top. Like, you got to believe it. Like, you got to believe it. You got to be willing to put in the work and the effort that comes with that.
Man,
Because to be the top guy, it takes a lot. And
yes,
if you're not willing
exactly.
to put in that work and that sacrifice for that, you know, you can wish and dream upon it all you want. It ain't gonna happen.
That's true.
But I
That's
want
so
that,
true.
and I know I've been around the people that have been there or are there, and I'm always paying attention. See, that's the thing. I'm always paying attention. I'm always listening. Even if I'm not talking, I'm always absorbing. I'm always watching. I'm always paying attention. So now I'm learning, and I'm knowing, okay, that's what I need to do to get where you at. How do I get to where you at? Give me that sore one. How about give me that sore one? Let ride on up the top. Give me that sore
Man,
one.
yeah, I'm just saying.
I'll run it right off of them, and I'll put it right on my shoulders, right there. You're gonna let put the sore one right here, and then I'm gonna let that
Oh,
one
look at
hang
him pull a
there,
big muscle up. He's like,
and
that's all
then
right.
while the sore one hangs here, I'm gonna work on the OIWA one here.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing that, brother. I mean, I can see Gabe Two Bill. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean,
I
that
can
sore
see
one
it.
would look real. That sore one will look real good on the Mayor Trap City, man. And the sore one
Now,
will look really good.
I'm going to ask you gentlemen over in the comments, Nate Lawson and Jafari, calm down before we have a match in our comments. And
I put my money on the great.
I'm just saying, let me see. How can I get this up here? Let's see. What did he say right here? Nate Lawson says, Jafari, what did you just say? Oh, my God. Nate Lawson said, what about the Sore Heavyweight Championship? Ooh.
Yep. Yeah.
So he's
Give me
kind
that
of
sore
speaking
one,
to
man.
you as
Give
well.
me that new
Some
sore
big
belt.
shoulders. Nate, I totally agree with you because look at him. I mean, one of those traps, bro, right there that's on his neck is as big as my shoulder. I mean, come on. No, it's bigger. That's a lot bigger.
I agree.
Bro. That's a lot bigger. Yeah, I'm
That's
pointing
why
at your
I'm
trap.
that's why I'm the mayor. That's why I'm the mayor of Trap City. And everybody can't hang in Trap City. That's the thing. Everybody can't
right.
hang in Trap
Say
City.
before the ring,
You
I
might
want to
can
see
get you like a little Section 8 apartment or something in Trap City. But you know, if you're trying to get a penthouse or something, you know, you're trying to get you a loft or something, you know, you can't hang with the mayor.
Now, I'm gonna break this question out. I was gonna try to save it for a little bit later, but dude is one of, if not the biggest man in sword championship wrestling. Nate, I'm gonna agree with you on that, buddy.
all day, all
I
day.
mean, look at this man. Look at the size of his shoulders. Look at that, dude. I mean, he is a monster size house of a man. So I mean, there's just nothing you can. Whoa, hold on, player, calm down. No, just kidding. You should
That's a
want my
Dante
title
answer for you
because I
though.
had the title of the OIWA. If you don't want, you sucker.
That's a Dante answer.
Woo,
Stuff like that, I say that's a Dante Smiley answer. That's a very Dante Smiley
bro.
answer. But
Yeah,
if you
but
don't, if you
Dante.
don't want the sword title, and if you don't want the OIWA title, then what you doing?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, exactly,
If you
exactly.
don't want the sword, the CKW, the OIWA, like what you doing? What you doing? You
You know
shouldn't
what I
want to
would
just.
like to see? These guys are throwing out all these matches over here in the comments. Let me tell you what I'd like to see.
I
Okay,
got the chat popping. That's what the Mayor Trap
hold
City
on.
does.
I know, but this is what I'd like to see. I would like to see a Justin James versus an Omega versus an Gabe XL in
See, here's the
a
thing, Joey. I've already beaten them. I've already taken them out though. Like I got a clip
yeah, but
where I done already
you
beat them dudes.
look, you beat them separately, right? You beat them separately, right? Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd have beat them
Okay,
in tag. I'd have beat them like
okay, all right. So you beat them separately, all right. So, but have you beaten them together?
I beat them in the tag. I beat them both in the tag. I beat Justin and Omega in the tag.
But I'm talking about in a three-way dance, bro.
Not a three-way dance, but I've beaten them before. So it don't make if it's a three-way dance, you might as well just give me the win. Like they ain't even got to show up. Just go ahead and ring the bell and then raise my
Uh,
arm. Because if I didn't beat them, I done already beat them. So what's to stop
well,
me from doing it
first and
again?
foremost, we would probably have to reinforce the ring uh, and everything to keep it from just collapsing in on everybody because that
No, because
would
they
be,
probably they look at my traps and then they wouldn't even come to the ring. They'd be like, you know what, never mind. I forfeit. Don't even worry about it. I'm good.
oh my God. Okay.
I'm good. I don't want this. I don't want no part of that. I'm all
You
right.
don't want none of that smoke? They don't want none of that
Nah,
smoke. Okay, so Justin James and Omega don't want no smoke then, right?
nah, they don't want none of the Trap City
Okay.
smoke. They think they do.
Okay,
They
well
think
then
they do.
let's crash the three-way dance.
They think
Let's
they do.
crash that out. Okay, let's crash that out. But you know, I oh that yes, ma'am, Leah, that would be a match. I promise you, that would be something that would be a main event Mania match. I'm sure, or at least a
Where
semi-main.
where I will win naturally.
Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna ask, damn traps.
Tell you, man, just put these on a shirt. You know what I'm talking about? Mountains, mountains, peaks and valleys. You know what I'm talking about?
I got you. I got you. So let me ask a question. So now going through the OIWA Sword Championship Wrestling, the other places that you've been, what has been the most productive thing that you've been able to hold on to that you've taken away that helps carry you today?
The work and the drive and determination. Like you see these people come in here and they come together and they're working towards a goal. And that's something that I carry with me even outside of the wrestling ring. I've always been an athlete. I've always played a sport. I've always been around a group and an environment of people trying to achieve a goal for themselves. And so when I left football, I didn't have that same camaraderie, that same sense of a group of people trying to get an individual goal. And I rediscovered that when I got into wrestling. And so that's something that I still carry with me outside the work and the grind and the determination. Like people forget, yeah, I'm a wrestler, but I'm also pretty smart. I'm working on a doctoral too. So,
Ooh,
so my
man, I
work
wish that was
drive and my ethic, so now I'm in the gym, I'm in the ring, I'm in school, I'm working, I'm doing everything. So that's the same drive and determination that I take when I go into the ring.
right. And man, that's a good thing to have because that's big words, because that's a drive that comes from the OIWA. I can tell you that right now. I mean, everybody has that same goal there, and that's a very very big thing there is to have those goals and aspirations to achieve those goals as you go through all of this. That's Daniel. Is that my boy Daniel?
He chimed in.
Then you over there
Is that
running about my
Alejandro? Daniel Alejandro, my boy.
Give me that man in the
Welcome
ring
in,
too.
son.
I ain't got nothing but love for Daniel, but he can get to work too.
Man, yeah, yes, sir. And most folks don't know Daniel has he's been on an injury bypass here lately, and he's gotten a lot of work done to his shoulder. And I got a feeling we're going to see the $6 million young man popping up before long because I think he's just
You
about
know,
ready to cut the mustard on that again.
I popped up at training the other day, and I went up to training just to get a little work in, and Bobby was there hanging out because Bobby just Bobby's Bobby. He's up there hanging out, and I seen him in the ring. He's working. He's working.
Okay, Gabe. Let me throw something at you right quick. Dante Smiley just threw it out at us, and I, Dante's the man, so he can make this call, okay? Because I'm sure he can get it past the powers to be to have all that signed on paper. But Dante says it's that I'll tell you what, Gabe wins 3 single matches in a row, or 4 of 7 of his next single matches. I'll give him an OIWA title shot. Now, Gabe, I don't think there's a much bigger goal right now that needs in front of you, brother, than that right there.
Run it.
Run it.
That's all I
Okay,
needed was
so we're
that.
gonna start from the.
That's all the drive and fire I needed right there. I was already heading
Oh,
that way, but now you don't light even more of a fire under my ass. Say less.
ooh, ooh. Okay, so are we gonna see that start at the next show?
Yeah, say less.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, we'll see. Dante, I guess get a hold of the powers to be, brother, and make sure that gets taken care of on the contract, and have him put his John Henry behind that and hold on to it. Yeah, I know, late old
Now
snap. I know.
ain't nobody getting through the mayor trap city now. Wasn't nobody gonna get in the way anyway. But now I'm finna wreck shop. Somebody, whoever's in the ring with me in these next 2 shows, man, y'all should just start praying. Y'all should just start praying because I'm about to wreck shop on you, and I'm just gonna start
Oh,
counting down after every
oh.
match. How many? What number is this? 2, 3 after every match.
Now, let me ask a question. Is this what Gabe has been waiting for out of the OIWA? Is to be given that opportunity to go and show out?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because again, there was always a group of those that I was waiting around. So now I finally mowed my way through, and now it's my turn. My time was coming.
Okay.
It was only a matter of time. It wasn't a matter. It's not a matter of if. It's always been a matter of when.
Well, now Dante says there's no need for a contract. He is the man of his word. He said he will stand behind what he's put out for us here today, live, ladies and gentlemen, at the Second Row Podcast. And you are getting it here first. And man, we
That's all it
never
takes
did
is 4.
anything like this on our podcast. And today it
All
has
it takes is
been
4.
nothing but fire.
All it takes is
Nothing but
4. Say less.
fire.
Say
That's
less.
right, baby. Say less, huh?
Now,
Well,
now I want to get. Now I want to go over here and get a few extra sets. Send me another workout, Dante, if that's what you want. You want 4 sets? Send me another
oh
workout
my,
then. Let's go.
oh my. Well, I'm sure Dante's got you. Screen cap that comment. Yes, sir. We got you, baby.
I got it.
We got you. Save it. Yes, sir. We got you. We got you. The proof is in the pudding. GabeXL, he's done started mixing the bowl, baby, and I think he's fixing to get ready to eat. I will tell you this. I've been in the ring with you, Gabe. Very, very talented athlete. very talented, very strong individual. I've also been in the ring with Dante Smiley. Now, I'm not taking not a damn thing away from you. I never will. I think you're excellent at what you do for a big man, and you're going to only continue to grow and get better as you go along in this industry. And I, for one, cannot wait to see that. But with that being said, Gabe, Dante's a beast, son. I'm being very, very serious with you right now. I have seen what he has done to the likes of Austin Aries, the likes of Matt Vandergriff, the likes of, by God, you just name it, let's say it, Brian Keith. I have seen what this man has done in the ring, and it's beyond amazing. I, for you, can tell you, brother, wrap your head around that. You want this match to go down the way you want it to go down, and that's in your favor. You need to wrap your head around it because you're going into a fight, not a wrestling match, dog, a fight. And that is Dante Smiley.
And none of
That's
that's lost
all.
upon me, Joey. And none of that's lost upon me. Dante's the man that trained me. That man has trained me from scratch. So everything that I've learned has come from that man. And so that man knows I will give it everything that I got and then some, because I ain't gonna have no quit in me. But I've watched every single one of Dante's matches. I've studied every single thing that Dante has ever done. I picked that man's brain. So don't you think the student becomes the master?
Oh, Nate Lawson says, Big Gabe, I'm going to ask again, how's being a part of the network coming for you?
I didn't even see that question come through. You know what? The network has finally ran its course. I've been under some real bad management with the network,
I
and the
agree.
reason that I'm not a tag team, the new OIW National Tag Team Champion is because of the network. Not that I needed it, but it was because it was the network's fault. So the network, man, I think it's just been a holdback, and the Mayor Trap City has been bigger and has always been bigger than the network. The network needed me. I was always cleaning up the network's mess. I was the biggest dude. If it wasn't for me, the network wouldn't even be the network. So I don't know what they is now, but I mean, they got a poor version of GabeXL and Ryan Branch. I don't even know if Chris is even in it anymore. You know, I can't associate myself with stuff like that.
Okay. I hope that answered your question there, Nate Lawson.
But I got some answers though. I need some answers though.
Yes, very
At the next
interesting.
show,
Nate.
I'm ready for some answers. I said it once in my promo, but I still need some answers. And I'm still very upset about some stuff, and so I expect some answers.
Okay, okay, okay. I hope you get those answers at the next show, brother. I
Oh,
really do.
if not, they better have an ambulance on standby
Okay,
because
well,
I'm
and you
running through
did say a while
everybody.
ago that the fire lit under your ass right now is going to cause you to run roughshod on everybody. So I mean, I'm looking
And so
forward.
yeah, I'm calm right now, but once
I see that.
you get me in Hulk mode, and it's a problem. It's
Get
gonna
him
take
in
a lot
Hulk
to
mode.
calm me
Huh?
down.
Ooh.
It's gonna take a lot it takes a lot to calm me down once I get real pissed off. So I'm calm right now. But if I don't get my answers, you about to see a real pissed off
Don't
Gabe
strain
XL.
yourself. Who he reminds me of? Look at him right there, man. Gabe, look up at the camera, bro. Look at look at that. Okay, you remember Mike Tyson Punch Out?
Mhm.
Big bald headed guy.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom in the stomach. He go woo.
That's the problem.
I love you, Gabe, man. I just had to pick
Hey, it's all love.
up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to become a professional wrestler, man, I encourage you to get to a creditable school that is going to give back to you what you want to get out of professional wrestling. And the biggest part is what you want to put in. If you're anywhere in the Dallas, Texas area, Carrollton, Texas, 469 Bumps and Bruises class. And if you're anywhere in Arkansas or Sherwood, Arkansas, the 501 Bumps and Bruises class, 469 overseen by Bobby Horn, 501 overseen by Jason Maldonado. If you want to become a professional wrestler, man, look them up on Facebook. They've got your hookup. My boys and girls at Chaotic Kingdom Wrestling, man, your Chaotic Kingdom is smoking. That's all I'm going to say about that. They are smoking. This is lit. It's coming up. And I cannot wait to see what happens with that show. I have a feeling that it's going to be the show of the year. I got a feeling that 2023, I think that is going to be the show of the year. That's just going to be my opinion on that. As far as we go with the yes, ma'am, Live 501, baby. You right. Let's go. And my boys and girls at Sword Championship Wrestling, man, y'all have Swordcade coming up too, and that is going to be a big show because that's our road
GabeXL gonna be there.
Mania. That's our road to Swordmania. So I mean, keep digging and keep doing what you're doing. And make a difference in the world of professional wrestling. Southern Extreme Wrestling over in Ford City, Arkansas, ladies and gentlemen. If you're over in that area, I encourage you to go take in one of their shows. Just awesome talent, all associated with the OIWA, and just great shows put on left and right by all three companies, including the OIWA. Speaking of the OIWA, ladies and gentlemen, they just went overseas and sold out 2 shows back to back. We're talking about a real major company here on the independent scene is that with big players. So as far as we're concerned, that you need to take in one of their shows because I promise you it's going to be thoroughly entertaining. My boy Trey Mack over at Offshoot TV. Man, tonight 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, rock. I think you got. Yeah, I know, right? It's good
Well,
stuff.
you
I
almost
kill
did,
me sometimes,
do.
man. I do that. I kind of like them. Yeah.
Don't
But,
mention Trey Mack. Don't mention Trey Mack name to me right now.
man, I'm flattering myself right now. Calm down. Trey Mack, my boy over at Offshoots TV. Brother, keep doing what you're doing, man. Helping spill knowledge across professional wrestling, man, because it also is going to make a difference, man. Just more than you know, brother. So just keep working at that. Down here in the far left corner, man, we got a print down there. Man standing there, got his arms up on his waist, hip like that. He's got a cape on. He's got a crown on. We call that Crazy Mo. Ladies and gentlemen, send Bobby Horn a message. Find out if you can get that print on a T-shirt and what it would cost you. And if you cannot make one of the 501 or 469 Bumps and Bruises schools, ladies and gentlemen, and you're further south and kind of west over in Texas, look up Rodney Mack and Jazz at the Dog Pound Dojo, man. Great stuff there. You got, the just so many around that are credible that you can go to and learn from. Al Snow, OVW, Monster Factory, Rhodes Academy. I mean, there's just so much that can give you back what you want to get out of professional wrestling, but you have to be the one to make it happen for you. They're not going to knock on your door. You got to knock on theirs. Today, we've had a great conversation as we sat down with GabeXL. We've learned a little bit about this man. Look at that face. He's just letting you know, Dante Smiley, he's coming. He's letting you know, Dante Smiley, he's coming. Show him traps one more time, big man.
Yo, if you got a singles championship, I want it.
Ooh. Boy, he's spitting. Man, I can't wait to see what you're going to do in the future, bro. I got a feeling it's going to be wild crazy, man. Ladies and gentlemen, as we said, we had Gabe here today. We appreciate him coming in, man. Thank you very much, brother. We have enjoyed your podcast with us today. I hope somebody has learned something from you by what you talked about or said as far as the things to take away and to give back to pro wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, for my tech guy here, legal counsel, D'Anthony Price. Yeah, D'Anthony Price, I'm talking to you. D'Anthony Price. I know you're watching.
Mm-hmm. He is. He absolutely is.
Actually. D'Anthony Price. You're going to meet this man.
Yes, you are.
D'Anthony Price. I'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm referee Joy Lennon. Tim Landis. This is our big time production guy. That's GabeXL right there for the Second Row podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are out today. Y'all have a great one. We'll see you soon. Sunday. We've got a big one. or real